Hello, fellow Wolverines, and welcome back to Wolf TV SportsCenter. My name is Connor Woolley.
And I'm Adeline Argos.
In this week's episode, we'll be covering men's hockey series against Wisconsin, women's basketball victories over Canisius and Harvard, men's soccer's match against Penn State and their date with the upcoming Big Ten tournament, field hockey's games against Rutgers and Northwestern, and women's volleyball's matches against Rutgers and Maryland.
On Friday, November 7th, men's hockey hosted the undefeated Wisconsin Badgers at Yost Ice Arena for a Big Ten matchup where the game held constant. Michigan, with the strongest power play in the nation, had many opportunities but wasn't able to capitalize until the third period, when they were able to score 4 goals to extend their lead to 7-4 over Wisconsin. Michael Hage scored the game-tying goal, as well as another in the third. Will Horkoff scored the game winner, which was his 11th goal, continuing his game-per-goal record. On Saturday, the teams reconvened, resulting in a 6-1 loss for Michigan. Luca Fantilli scored the lone goal for the Wolverines on a penalty kill. Both teams tallied numerous penalties for a combined 37 and 170 PIM. Number 2 Michigan travels to the number 3 Penn State for their next series on November 14th and 15th at Pegula Ice Arena.
On November 4th, Michigan women's basketball opened its season at Chrysler Center with a commanding 100-40 win over Canisius, forcing 45 turnovers and recording 25 steals, the 6th highest total in program history. The Wolverines' relentless defense set the tone early, holding the Golden Griffins to fewer points than turnovers in a statement season opener. Mila Holloway led the way with a standout all-around performance of 21 points, 8 assists, 7 steals, and 5 rebounds, while Ashley Solfakanich reached the 1,000-point milestone with her first basket of the night. Olivia Olson added 18 points, and Tiala Delfasi chipped in 14 off the bench as Michigan shot 51.9% from the field and converted 36 fast break points. The Wolverines outscored Canisius 28-6 in the third quarter and hit the century mark for the first time since 2021, closing out a dominant debut at home.
Michigan carried that momentum into its second matchup of the week, an 84-55 win over Harvard on November 9th. The Wolverines never trailed, turning 26 Harvard turnovers into 27 points and holding the Crimson to just 32.7% shooting. Olivia Olson led a balanced attack with 18 points, followed by Holloway's 17 and Silas Sword's 14. Michigan opened the game with a Swords three-pointer and a 17-0 first quarter run that buried Harvard early, taking a 28-4-8 lead after 10 minutes. The Wolverines' bench continued to deliver, with Sierra Byers and Brooke Quarles-Daniels sparking key runs before halftime to extend the lead to 16. UM shot a 55.4% overall and stretched its advantage to as many as 29 points as all 14 players saw action in the win.
The Michigan men's soccer team battled to a hard-fought 0-0 draw against Penn State on November 7, 2025 at Jeffrey Field, with both defenses controlling the match from start to finish. Despite a combined 24 total shots, neither side managed to find the back of the net, as Michigan's Isaiah Goldson and Penn State's Jonathan Evans each posted 3 save shutouts. Michigan generated the stronger attacking pressure, especially in the second half, finishing 15 shots with 12 of them after halftime.
Midfielder Vitar Mitrovic led the Wolverines with 3 shots on goal, while Nicholas Cassidy, Joao Paulo Ramos, and Shuma Sasaki each created additional scoring chances. Michigan also earned a 4-1 advantage in the corner kicks, but couldn't convert despite extensive second-half possession in Penn State territory. The match grew increasingly scrappy, with 22 combined fouls and 3 yellow cards, 2 against Penn State and 1 against Michigan's Nick Nobles. In the end, Michigan controlled the run of the play, but couldn't break through. Settling for a road draw, the Wolverines moved to 11-2-3 on the season, while the Nittany Lions go to 5-8-3. This was our final regular season match heading into the Big Ten tournament, where Michigan is ranked number 3 and will take on the 2-seeded Maryland in College Park on Wednesday, November 12th.
On Thursday, November 6th, the Michigan field hockey team faced off against Rutgers in Bloomington, Indiana for the Big Ten tournament quarterfinals. Maxine Roga scored the first point of the game just 32 seconds into the second half. The Wolverines led for just about a quarter before Rutgers tied up the game early in the fourth. Michigan appeared to have won the game as Claire Taylor buried a shot with just 6 seconds left on the clock, but the shot was deemed to be too high and was waved off on the field to force overtime. The first overtime was back and forth, and goalkeeper Hala Silverstein saved a would-be game winner for Rutgers, but Michigan dominated the second, taking 7 shots and drawing 4 penalty corners before Abby Burnett netted the game winner on a penalty corner.
Then, Michigan took on first seed Northwestern on Friday, November 7th in the semifinals. The first half of the game was back and forth. Northwestern made the first 2 goals of the game at the end of the first and the beginning of the second, and the Wolverines scored twice in a 4-minute stretch from Cami Wiseman and Natalie Millman, respectively, to tie the score halfway through the quarter. But Northwestern took the lead again just 33 seconds later. Claire Taylor equalized once more and entered halftime at a tie game. Unfortunately, the Wolverines went scoreless in the second half and were unable to return the 2 additional Northwestern goals, ending Michigan's postseason run 10-7, as they were not selected this Sunday to appear at the NCAA tournament.
On Friday night, November 7th, Michigan pulled off a stunning 5-set comeback at Jersey Mike's Arena, rallying from 2 sets down to defeat Rutgers 3-2. Allison Jacobs powered the offense with 20 kills, while Ella Demetrician added 16 kills and 10 digs for her 3rd straight double-double. Serena Niambio and Lydia Johnson controlled the net with a combined 11 blocks, and setter Morgan Burke tallied 33 assists. Trailing 8-3 in the 5th set, the Wolverines stormed back with a 7-0 run to close the match. Key plays from Haynes, Johnson, and Niambio turned the tide, capped by Johnson's match-clinching kill for the comeback victory. Maddie Kukrin anchored the defense with 15 digs as Michigan improved to 16-8 on the season.
2 days later, on Sunday, November 9th, Michigan carried its momentum into College Park, sweeping Maryland in dominant fashion 3-0. The Wolverines' defense was stellar, holding the Terrapins to a subpar hitting percentage while totaling 9 blocks and 10 aces. Allison Jacobs led with 8 kills and 8 digs, and Serena Niambio added 6 kills on 10 swings. Jenna Haynes contributed 5 kills and 5 blocks, while Morgan Burke and Camille Edwards combined for 24 assists and 4 aces. Maddie Kukrin steadied the back line with 8 digs as Michigan earned their 17th win this season and kept a perfect weekend on the road.
So yeah, I think kind of coming out of the bye week for football, I think it's just a great time to look at Michigan athletics overall. We're doing great across the board. Football's on the outside looking into the playoffs, beating our Ohio State should do that. Basketball's ranked number 6, women's basketball's 14, hockey's number 2, and all the other sports are making great runs in the Big Ten tournaments and getting close to NCAA tournaments. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine right now.
Yeah, I agree. I'm really excited to see what these seasons have in store for us, especially finishing out football, and basketball is just getting started. Along with hockey, we've got some pretty big matchups coming up. Penn State will be a tough opponent on the road for sure. But we look good, we look strong, and I don't see anything getting in the way of our goals as we move forward these seasons.
Yeah, and we've got a lot of star athletes and characters breaking out of each of these teams, and with NIL and the House settlement, we're going to get a lot of great student athletes getting the money they deserve, and we're going to be great for recruiting, and we're going to be a very hot commodity and a attractive location for a lot of recruits and transfers for all sports coming into the next couple seasons and especially next year.
Yes, I agree. I think our success this year will definitely help with recruiting as well. Everyone wants to play for the best, and that's kind of where we are right now.
Yeah, leaders and best.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Well, that'll be all this week for this week's episode of Wolf TV SportsCenter. I'm Connor Woolley.
And I'm Adeline Orgles.
Who's got it better than us?
Nobody.